Hi everyone, welcome to the third episode of Before the Ink Dries. In this episode, I just wanted to thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. More than the numbers, I just wanted to thank you all for the overwhelming support. All of the nice comments and all of the encouragement. And yeah, as a thank you, I have this Q&A video where I'll be answering your questions and doing a giveaway. For those of you who are not really interested in the Q&A, I'll just announce the giveaway right away. So I will be giving a 8x10 and 8x10 proper English print uh, from my shop, and either a bookmark set or a sticker set. So you'll get a print, and based off of your choosing, you can get a bookmark set or a sticker set alongside the print. And yeah, the print will be from my shop, whichever one you like. To enter the giveaway, just like every person who does a giveaway says, make sure that you're subscribed and comment which print available in my shop is your favorite. The giveaway will end September 11th, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, it's just one winner, and I'm so excited to announce the winner next week. And the piece in this video may also appear with our book in the future, so sign up to our mailing list if you're interested in seeing where we use this piece. So finally, we can start the Q&A, and I'll be starting with a few simpler questions that were easier to answer. So the first one is actually from my younger brother, who is somehow more popular than me.
It's called charisma.
No charisma, disgusting.
Ouch.
How much do you love Osman?
I'm going to be assuming you mean Osman Ghazi, the founder of the Ottoman Empire, and I would say that honestly, I love him. Like, he's such a good person. He fought for Muslims, started conquest of Anatolia, was a great general too.
Thank you for keeping it short.
I could see you wanted me to keep it short.
Yeah, I wanted you to keep it short. Well, how about your friend Osman?
I mean, do you want me to tell the truth or? He's a good guy. He's
Like
like,
he's your friend for a reason.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
The second question is favorite place in Turkey. So to be honest, I haven't been to a lot of places, but Turkey is such a beautiful place that it's hard to choose just one city or one place that's really it's my favorite, but I think Istanbul is a given, because of its significance and all of the Ottoman mosques that exist there. Apart from Istanbul, probably Konya. I've never been there, but there seems to be a lot of beautiful historical places to visit as well. I definitely want to visit Konya. How about you?
For me, it's our hometown, Yozgat.
Mm,
It's just so calm. I mean, it's nothing like the traffic in
mhm,
Istanbul or the touristy places like Konya, Izmir, etc.
It feels more homey, I guess.
Yeah.
The third question is, what are your goals for your channel? Like maybe a certain amount of subscribers or anything.
It's 100 million subscribers coming after PewDiePie.
Yeah, let's go, PewDiePie. No, I don't really have a specific goal for subscribers because subscribers, those are usually out of your control. So I tend to like to set my goals regarding my content. Um, so I just wanted to thank you for asking the question as well, because it allows me to talk about something I wanted to do regarding my content, but I was a little afraid to do so. So, for a couple of months now, I've been wanting to start making videos here and there about more personal slash vulnerable things that could also be, commentary or essay style videos. Um, so, kind of talking potentially a bit more about mental health, or maybe I'll be making a piece and I'll do a voiceover just talking about the significance of the piece, the meaning, or maybe what inspired me to create that piece. So, for instance, if I'm drawing a hijabi person, right, I could talk about a little bit about that. I could talk about Islam. I could talk about mental health. So, it will just be a few videos here and there, right? It won't mean that I'm changing all of my content, but just making a bit more personal and vulnerable videos here and there. Um, but yeah, I was afraid because I didn't really know how those who are subscribed to me would receive, like perceive, is that the word? Would receive the video?
Perceive.
Would perceive the videos? Um, I don't know. It's not like a drastic change, but it's also, I guess, big enough that I'm kind of hesitant to start making these types of videos. So let me know what you think.
I
Uh,
can see the big uh yellow cash signal now. The demonetization.
it's not like my channel is monetized. I got copyright claimed somehow. Um, and it was like, I'm not even making money. The video has 40 something views, probably, or at that time it was, copyright claimed. I was like, why are you copyright claiming this? Because the music is also copyright free. So did they just copyright my voice?
I think they copyrighted the image that you drew.
But that also doesn't make sense because it was a sunset. Like, how do you copyright a sunset? Anyways,
Ask God.
yeah, anyways, that happened. Going back to the question, my second goal would be school is starting soon, unfortunately. And I don't want to do the thing that I did last year where I just kind of disappeared and didn't upload content. So I still want to upload videos. I just have to figure out a way to do that, but that's also my goal to just keep uploading somehow. So the fourth question is, do you like drawing people or sceneries better? So it's a rough question, but I would say sceneries. I mean, I do draw people, but they usually have masks on their faces or their faces just missing. So I don't know if that even counts as drawing a person.
Of course it does, as long as it's a humanoid feature, I think.
I guess. Thank you for making me feel better about it. Um, yeah, I think currently sceneries are my favorite, hence why my sketchbook is usually filled with a lot of sceneries. I also think that like it's easier to get something wrong in sceneries in comparison to portraiture or drawing people. Like you draw the nose a little to the side, a little up, a little down.
You can just say was inspired by Pablo
Picasso.
Picasso, yes. I keep on mixing up the Pablos.
All right. Yeah, so sceneries are more or less for me they are less pressuring. So I like them. So the next question is, how commonly do you get art block slash burnout, and do you have any tips to get over it? So that's a great question. To be honest, I don't get a lot of art block or artist burnout, to be honest. I think that's because I usually have larger gaps of breaks of creating art because of school. So usually when school is over, I'm just itching to make art and I get so excited to finally have time to make art. So I think that could be a tip, take breaks from art just as you would take a break from anything. Think of it as like working out, right? You need to have rest days between workout days to let the muscles grow or develop or whatever sciencey workout people say. Um, yeah, but that's not to say like I don't ever get art block, right? Like for the times that I do, I usually like following tutorials online. So, as a watercolor artist, I might just search up like watercolor landscape tutorials or watercolor flower tutorials. And usually, chances are the art piece will turn out decent enough to encourage you to keep making art. Do you have any tips, Monsieur?
I don't draw, so
You had a tip before. Go ahead.
I don't know, just put pencil on paper, draw.
So, what he means is that draw whatever you see. So, in your desk, around you, and also there are these apps that kind of give you prompts. Um, there are, I'm sure if you search online as well, like drawing prompts or something, or drawing warm ups, there will be quite a few to help you get started on kind of warming up your wrists and your creative muscles. Another thing is that it's okay to have art block. Um, you know, there are so many things that happen in your life or your mental health situation. Like, there are so many things that could impact the feelings of demotivation, the lack of inspiration, or you create something but it always turns bad. And it's not always just about the art, but there may be external factors that are impacting it, right? So don't feel guilty for having art block or artist burnout. Don't feel guilty to take a break. It's okay to be exhausted from things that are your passions. Just because they're your passions doesn't mean that you need to enjoy them 24/7 or that you need to be on them 24/7. I sound like a mom, but listen, kids. But like just like your body, your mind needs rest days, which you would use a lot to create art, right? So take breaks. It's okay to take breaks.
That kind of reminds me of a quote from one of my favorite movies. The body can be built, but it's the mind that can be sharpened to a degree.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I don't have much to add to that. Like, yeah.
Okay.
um, the next question is, how often do you practice your art skills, and have you ever quit a sketchbook? See, this is a hard question to answer. So I'll start with the first one. How often do you practice your art skills? Just like how I've said in the previous question, because of school, I tend to not draw or paint as much as I would like to. So during school times, to be honest, I don't really practice my art skills. Like what you see in my sketchbooks, that's it. But yeah, that's also because I did experiment quite a bit and created a lot of art when I was a little younger than I am now. And currently, I am comfortable with the mediums that I use and my current art style, that I don't think I need to practice as frequently as I did back then. Like, I still do need to polish up my artistic skills, of course, and I still need to practice, but just not as frequently, and also school and life gets in the way. Um, During school, I would say I probably make art like once a month, maybe, and on my breaks, usually 3 to 4 times a week. The second part of the question, have you ever quit a sketchbook? See, I can't really answer this question because in Turkey we have these art classes that are mandatory when you're in middle school, and we use sketchbooks there, but not in the way that we use them in the West. So the sketchbooks are more just art paper, a collection of art paper to make your finished pieces on. So you don't necessarily sketch or make unfinished drawings or paintings in them. So it's quite difficult to say if, those would count, but I'm going to assume those don't. But that habit also kind of continued when I did move to Canada, and I used sketchbooks for the purpose of making finished art pieces. Um, and I just chose whatever sketchbook was laying around, whatever paper was available. So I do have unfinished sketchbooks, but I just never quit them since I just didn't use them consistently for their intended purpose, anyways.
I didn't quit my job, I just left it for a long amount of time.
I guess so. Like, so yeah, like probably not. I don't know. Um, let's just say Since the time I began using a singular sketchbook consistently for its intended purpose, I have finished them all. There. So I hope I somehow answered your question.
You really didn't.
Here's the thing, I myself don't know the answer to that. Like, I do have unfinished sketchbooks, but it's not like I quit. I don't know. Anyways, next question. When did you know that art was your passion? These questions are so hard. Like, I had to have a Google document of just answers. Um, so, I've liked art for a long time, right? In Turkey, like I mentioned, we have mandatory art classes, and I've always enjoyed them. I looked forward to them. But for it to become my passion, I think I would say grade 9 was when there was a bit more of a clear shift in my art journey. You know, my art going from something I did casually to something I wanted to learn more about. So that was when I learned about the existence of shading and contrast and a lot of the different things that make an art piece successful. And I just think that it would be difficult to seek out information on something you're not passionate about. So I must have been passionate enough at that time to want to learn more and understand more. So I would probably say grade 9. The next question. What was the first art piece you were genuinely super proud of? So I'm going to ignore the time I spent in Turkey because it was middle school. I don't really remember much. I was like young. I'm going to consider the start of my journey um, as the kind of I'm going to consider the start of the journey the realistic pieces that I would create or I would aim to create. Um, so in my art journey, I went through different stages, right? So the first stage was probably the realistic, I'm trying to draw a person type stage. And what kept me going in that stage was this drawing of Jackson. I think that was one of my first successful portraiture drawings, but at that time I still didn't understand contrast and value and shading. And I concluded that stage of my art journey with this old man drawing. So I would say like I'm super proud of these drawings. At every stage of my art journey, I've been proud of a different piece for different reasons. But yeah, in the first stage, the first piece that I was proud of would be this drawing, the Jackson drawing. And the second journey, like the second stage in my art journey, was more of the stylistic, symbolic type of work that I've done. And I would say this piece with the stitched eyes is probably something that I was proud of at that time.
Psycho.
And that journey is still ongoing. So I can't really show like a concluded, this piece concluded this journey type of piece. But I'm kind of combining another stage with this one where I'm adding a little bit more color to my pieces. So, yeah, I hope those answer your questions. So, the next question is, and it's the final question, what is your favorite art style of art in the moment? No, wait, I can't read. What is your favorite style of art in the moment? There we go.
I don't know what you just said.
I added an extra art in the sentence. Anyways, I really like symbolic art. I like art where I can look at and try to understand its meaning. I like art that's not very direct. I tend to gravitate more towards art with darker messages. Um, so, those are the types of art pieces that I enjoy looking at. In terms of the types of pieces that I enjoy creating,
I can just imagine my teachers being like, I like art that uses critical thinking and development.
okay, anyway,
School PTSD.
they would ask you to analyze pictures and stuff like that. Anyways, in terms of my own art, I like, again, art that is symbolic, and I like it when my art kind of starts conversations. That is also one of the reasons why I don't directly tell people what my art means. I like to hear different interpretations, different how different people view the art. I really enjoy working in ink and watercolors, except that now, like I said before, I'm introducing more color now, and maybe even adding a little bit of gold paints here and there. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing more of that type of art, subscribe. Feel free to subscribe. And
I can just imagine it now. It's like an art teacher showing your work. It's like the curtain is blue. It's just like, oh, as you can see, the artist wanted to represent depression and sadness. That's why the curtains are blue. Meanwhile, all you really wanted to do was curtains are blue.
why? Okay, let me just finish this video. Um, please don't forget to enter the giveaway if you're interested. And I'll hopefully see you next week. I have school, so there are no promises there. But I do have to make a video to announce the winner of the giveaway, right? So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video and take care.